Hi, my name's Hayley and I have a stall in Chapel Market in Islington called the Pig and Hay, and I specialise in homemade pork products, so things like homemade Scotch eggs, sausage rolls and roast pork sandwiches. Today I am going to be making for you black pudding Scotch eggs. So we're keeping this quite simple, so we have some black pudding, sausage meat, eggs which we've already boiled for the purpose of today, some thyme, salt, pepper, breadcrumbs. So firstly we're going to make the black pudding casings. Then we're going to mix in the sausage meat with the black pudding. So you can really adapt this to your own taste, but personally because black pudding is quite rich, I like to mix it so it's about 60% black pudding and 40% sausage meat. And to this, add some picked thyme. And then just a little seasoning, because obviously the sausage meat and the black pudding will already be seasoned. So. You can also use pork mince rather than sausage meat if you prefer. Right, the next step is to peel your eggs. So these eggs, it's really down to personal preference, but I quite like to have a soft boiled egg. So I've boiled these for around about 5 minutes. It's dependent on how big your eggs are. And now we're going to shape the casing for the Scotch eggs. So there are various ways in which you can do this, but I like to take some cling film. And then you want to get enough of the mixture to make one Scotch egg. So really, you can sort of judge it by eye, but you want, so think of the shape of a Scotch egg, so that should really be sufficient. Just press it into a rough circle. It's quite difficult with black pudding because egg around it, it'll be easier to shape. So that should be enough. Then you want to take your egg, just place it into the centre and just gather the cling film around the egg so it's shaping it like so. Then you can peel the cling film back. Tip the egg into your hand. You want to press around so that there aren't any gaps where you can see the egg. So now we have our Scotch eggs made up. We need to make an egg mixture, so we just need to break our eggs. Take your Scotch egg. This makes it a lot easier for the black pudding to stick together because it's quite, where it's so lumpy it breaks a little as it shapes. So now we take our breadcrumbs. These here are panko breadcrumbs and I've mixed them with some fresh picked thyme because it gives it the herb on the outside of the Scotch egg looks quite pretty. You want to make sure it's really well coated with the breadcrumbs. Panko crumbs are really good because they have such a nice texture. So now we're done, we're going to fry those in batches. You can test the temperature of your fryer just by dropping a breadcrumb inside and seeing if it sizzles. Yeah, that should be fine. And you want to fry these for around about 6 minutes, once they're nice and golden. So if your eggs aren't fully submerged in the oil, if you shake them about a bit to make sure that they get evenly coated whilst they're frying. Okay, so I think these are now ready. Yeah, so if we just remove these from the basket, and we're going to leave them here to rest with these ones for about 5 minutes, just to firm up. So now the moment of truth. And there you have it, perfectly runny black pudding Scotch egg. If you fancy sampling one of these Scotch eggs, I sell them every Tuesday to Friday at Chapel Market, and it's the Pig and Hay.